What's good, everybody? It's Big Game James. I'm in these streets, man. I'm just talking real today. I'm going to talk to a few people, not just about this Cowboys football, outside of this. I'm just going to talk real. Um, just some things that are on my mind that's been popping off the last few days. First of all, I don't want it, this Revel situation. I don't even want to say his first name because I think his dad pronounced it. I don't want to say it wrong or anything like that. So this Revel, they just shut him down. Said his dad said it was going to be another 6 to 8 weeks. They said he had a setback in his training. I feel like you had a setback when you went out there. When they was out there and he was catching that ball out there, I was just like, why is he doing that? You feel me? Like, in my opinion, I'm not no trainer. I don't know everything that's going on, so I'm speculating, okay? So I'm gonna let you know that right now. I'm just speculating, my opinion. I'm just like, if this dude is not ready, and you can tell he's not ready. I could tell when he was doing his rehab, when he was running on that treadmill, like 4 months ago. I was like, he can't. He could only go so fast, and then he had to stop because you could tell that knee was bothering him. So I was like, oh, he ain't ready. And I was like, wait, go back. He was on a treadmill, and they posted, it was a little quick short, and they posted a treadmill like, Revel is working. And I'm like, that knee ain't ready. So then, you tear up your knee, you got to get the confidence to come back in it. Just because it takes a year to get it done, it's the mental hurdle that you have to get back on that field and play at a high level, and on that knee may not be good. We saw Michael Gallup. You feel me? He's the main example of somebody who tearing up their knee, got the contract, probably felt pressure of having to get back on the field fast as hell. And you saw when he came back, he was not the same. You could tell he was not the same. And I just felt like he felt a lot of pressure from the organization to get out there and justify that contract he just got. And I feel like he rushed back and was not ready and did not have a good season at all, and then retired because of that knee. You get what I'm saying? So I don't know what all happened with that, but I know I didn't like that. You know what I'm saying? So now you got Revel, who I didn't like how I saw him I saw that clip like maybe last week, and it was like, he's out there with his helmet and he's no longer over there with the rehabs. He's with the cornerback group. I'm like, why? Why is he with the cornerback group? He ain't ready. He's not ready to do a damn thing. So he out there with them corners, knowing he ain't even close to being ready. So why y'all even got him out there? So they got him out there catching the ball, doing drills. I seen them 2 clips, because when people were jumping out there talking about, oh, he gonna be ready, he ahead of schedule, he gonna be ready quicker than you think. No, he wasn't. That's why I jumped in there and said no, he wasn't, because y'all also saw that damn knee and knew he wasn't gonna be ready, and y'all out there throwing out these false narratives and shit. You know what I mean? So you seen them 2 clips when he jumped up in the air, caught the ball. Man, bro, he was noticeably limping. When he jumped up in the air and landed, I played football long enough. I've coached it long enough to know when I can see an injury and when somebody's favoring something. You can tell when a player is not right. When he caught that second one and landed on that knee, he landed like gingerly on it because he didn't want to put no pressure on it. And then he don't want to look like he's looking bad out there. He wants to show the coaches. That's what you want to do. If you're a player, like, let's keep it real. If you're a player and you went through that and you want to get back on the field, but it probably ain't feasible, but you don't want to look like you're taking a setback, you're going to do everything possible to make it look like you're good, but you can tell you ain't good. So that was me seeing that he was trying to show that, okay, I'm trying, but it ain't there, but I'm out here trying. That wasn't good, because right after that they talked about the setback. Now, I don't know if that caused a setback because you out there catching balls and jumping on the knee and landing on it, and now the shit might be swelling and shit. How do we know? I don't know. I'm speculating once again. But I just feel like, what are we doing here? You know what I'm saying? So then you talk about this Diggs thing. Look, man, if y'all don't want Diggs, why don't y'all trade him? You feel me? Like, I just said that front office would be some straight up idiots if y'all kept Diggs this whole damn year only to cut him next year and not get nothing for him. Diggs is still young. He's only, 25, 26 maybe? He ain't costing a lot of money on your books, right? He's not costing a lot of money on your books. So if he's not costing a lot of money on your books, you can still keep him and let him be with the Dallas Cowboys. But y'all got this beef back and forth, and y'all keep talking in the media and dissing each other. So I seen the Miami Dolphins just had 2 cornerbacks blow out their knees and they're on injured reserve. And I also seen them get rid of Jalen Ramsey. They are razor thin at cornerback at Miami. So if y'all doing all this talking and running your mouths about Diggs and this and that, then why don't you trade him? Why don't you trade and get capital for him? Because I bet you Miami is desperate enough to throw a draft pick. I don't know what kind of picks they have this year. I don't know what kind of picks they have. I didn't look. I should have looked before I said something. But if they got a high pick and you got Diggs, who I know if that knee is better, they definitely would use a Trevon Diggs over there in Miami and probably be very happy with Diggs over there, especially right now. They got a bona fide corner who has done things in the streets. You don't think they wouldn't take him? If you threw a trade offer for him, why would you keep Diggs all year and then release him not getting nothing for him? When you could go ahead and trade him and get something for him with Miami if it's so bad. You get what I'm saying, front office? That's why I say they be idiots, because they do dumb shit. And then this thing with Micah that we all been hearing in the media. Micah, Trevon Diggs got the thing, 7-11, it's our last time together, whatever. We hear the same thing year in and year out with how Dallas does. They stars keep talking about him in the media, dissing and whatever. To me, it's just stupid. And it's not going to stop. They're going to do this every year until Jerry dies. This front office ain't changing. Never. I had an interview with Mike Fisher. This was a few months ago. And Mike Fisher clearly stated on here, he said, Dallas front office is not changing, period. Players, coaches, going to have to overcome that. We've been saying that, but when Mike said it to me, it just validated what we had all been thinking. You got to not only overcome the teams that you play, you need to overcome the front office because of the goofy games, the dumb shit that they do. They just don't go out there and be normal and do stuff, move in silence. Take care of things in silence, make things happen, make it better for your team. You just got a new coach who y'all just been out there talking about how much you love so much. You love Shotty. Jerry out there, I love Shotty, this and that. But y'all still don't give them all the elements for him to be great. You threw, we got some players. Y'all had a good draft. Y'all went and got George Pickens, and I just was going back and forth with somebody on Twitter. It was cool, though, but it was a good, respectful convo. But it's just, to me, like, Pittsburgh went and traded for DK Metcalf, right? And they immediately signed him to a 4-year deal extension, right? Because he was looking for one. Pickens was looking for one too, wasn't he? But, he said, when he first got over here, I'm going to just hold off and wait for my options and let's just see what happens. That's cool. That could really happen. But how do I know that when the Dallas Cowboys traded for him, they never made an offer for him? They just said, we're bringing you over and we'll see how you do this year and then go from there. Wouldn't that, I'm just speculating, wouldn't you as a player, if the organization was trading for you and they said, we ain't signing to an extension, but we'll see what happens. Wouldn't you as a player be like, oh, okay, well, I'm looking at my options. We'll just see. I ain't going to worry about no contract. I'll worry about that in here. Wouldn't you do that as a player? Now, I'm not saying that happened, but I'm saying if that happened, because I know Dallas is good for that. They're good for that. Okay? Because you got a dog and George Pickens only, 24? A dog. And he's going to have a great year with CD. He's going to cost too damn much money for y'all. Y'all know it. He's going to cost too much more money for you. And then they're going to use y'all as the angle to get more money from another team, right? And Dallas is going to say, well, they're going to throw an offer in. It ain't going to be dope. It's going to be low level. And Pickens going to be like, I ain't taking that shit. And then somebody going to offer him real money. He's going to leave. And we're like, oh, we'll get the comp pick. The front office is so cynical. That's why last year I said I'm done with Dallas. Now, I said that I said, coming into 2025, beginning of the year, I'm not going to keep messing with Dallas. I said it. Somebody called me out on it. I respect they called me out on it. They called me and said, I thought why you care? You said you weren't even going to be talking about Dallas football no more. He called me out, and I had to eat that. And I said, you're right. I didn't get mad at it. I didn't jump in the tweet and say, man, shut the fuck up. I took it because I did say that shit. And it made me be like, yeah, you're right. And I'm going to tell you why I keep talking about Cowboys content. I'm going to just keep the real. This is the total real as I get off of here. I've been doing Cowboys content since 2017. It's 2025, about to be 2026. So I'll be 9 years in the game doing this. All right. I'm like the wily veteran now, right? And I'm like the one that can't retire. You know the Aaron Rodgers and the Tom Brady's and all them, right? They keep playing forever because they love the crowd. They love the. It's hard for me to let go of the camaraderie that I have with my boys. I love to hear the crowd when you run out there. I love hearing that. It's hard for me to just let that go. So let me just keep on playing. That's me right now. That's the truth. I love my people within the Cowboys content creating game. I love doing shows with Mike. I like doing the shows, The Best of Enemies, with my guys George and Joe. I like doing the show with Star. I love my brothers. I don't love everybody in the Cowboys community. That's for damn sure. A lot of y'all niggas I hate. Sorry, but I'm just talking real. But I got a nice little core of real ones I really mess with. You feel me? And it's hard for me to let that go. I'm just being the truth. It's hard for me to let that go and not do the stuff with them. You feel me? And not be able to jump on there live and really interject and have some good talk. Because I love talking with my brothers. You know what I'm saying? They know who they are. Ron, Tuck, Boss. You feel me? DMV. Luke. There's so many. Not so many, but they know who I mess with. My real ones know who I mess with. And some names I didn't mention, that don't mean nothing. I still mess. So that's what it is right now. It's hard for me to retire. Because really, the Cowboys don't bring no passion out of me. I don't care about the Cowboys no more. Like, I'm serious. Like, last year, I didn't even watch them games like that. I didn't watch the games from start to finish last year. No, I didn't. I was coming in half the year, watching them. I still commented because, man, I've been loving the Cowboys for damn near my whole life, for at least 40 years. You feel me? And I was the crazy fan until I got into the media. When I got into the media and seeing all this behind the scenes crap, it made me just lose interest in the Dallas. Each year, the passion start going lower and lower because I start seeing all that ugly stuff the front office do, and just seeing all the ugly stuff in general just made me turn my nose like, this stuff is whack, bro. I'd rather just watch this football and not deal with all this other stuff because it's stupid. You feel me? But that's why. Because it's hard for me to put it down because I love messing with my brothers. I love hearing the crowd. I don't, got a billion people watching me, but I like hearing the comments from my Jalen Bardys and, my dad, so many guys, my dog Keystone, so many people in the streets that I rock with. I ain't even calling y'all fans of me. I'm just saying we all boys. You feel me? And if I'm not doing that no more, I don't hear y'all no more. I would miss that. I would miss that. So that's why I'm holding on to this. Because really, I need to get back to my high school stuff. And I'm going to thank the Dallas Cowboys before I get off here. I'm going to thank the Dallas Cowboys because y'all created a platform for me. When I came out of media school, I wanted to do strictly nothing but high school and high school athletes and help them, whether it's football or basketball. That's all I wanted to do. But when I jumped into this Cowboys game, they gave me a platform. So I'm not dissing the Cowboys because of that. Because without doing the stuff with the Cowboys or talking about content, I wouldn't have got 60,000 subscribers on Facebook that we don't even use no more on Silver and Blue Nation. I had two 25K pages on Facebook. So that's 50K right there. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? So y'all build a platform. I got 16K. On 15K on the YouTube, almost 6,000 on the Twitter. That's all doing Cowboys content. So I can't hate on them, that team for not, because it allowed me to have a platform. And when the young kids see me, because that's why I want to get back to that passion with all those interviews I was doing. When them young kids see you got a platform, you got a lot of people following you, they're more apt to go ahead and want to do a show with you because now maybe they can get exposure. You feel me? So for that, the Cowboys, I thank y'all. I appreciate y'all, and I thank y'all for that. But other than that, I'm cool. So that's why you still see me doing content, and that's what you see me. That's the truth. But that's why you don't see me going live like that no more. I don't want to talk about Dallas for a whole hour and 30 minutes. I don't want to do that no more because I don't care. Sorry, my video ran out, but that's why you don't see me doing solo dolo videos because I don't want to talk about Dallas for no hour and a half no more because I don't care about them. That's why I like doing the quick videos and talk about the players because that's my only joy. You feel me? And I like doing shows with my other peoples. That's why I do them. But them solo long 1 hour shows and shit by just talking about Dallas, I don't want to do that no more because I don't care about them. So that's just the truth. Take it how you want it, but I love all my peoples who ever follow me, whoever mess with me, all that. I appreciate y'all like no other. But yes, this stuff is dwindling down for me. I want to get back to my passion of doing the high school thing because these Cowboys, they goofy, bro. They just took my interest, and it's just the same thing every year. Players, coaches gonna have to overcome the front office, and that's what it is. I get tired of dealing with that and hearing that as a fan. It's annoying and it's old. So that's my thoughts. Big Game James. I'm out. Peace.